And we're live.
Okay, guys, can you hear us now? Can you see us? Can you hear us and see us? We've been having some technical difficulties this morning, but hopefully now you can see us. So I have Melody, Lane, and Maymay, and our guest with us again. So we're trying. Can you see us? Somebody tell me in the comments. Yes, there we go. Good.
Yeah.
All right, awesome, guys. Maymay, we were talking about Facebook, I believe. Where were we at?
Man, what a day. Was that a trick or a treat? That's what I want to know. I think it was a trick.
A little bit of both.
Good. So we were talking about the fact that, and let me get Melody back because she's got her screen from the.
Oh,
yeah, we want to be able to see her. First off, and we didn't spend a lot of time on this, we are in some really cool costumes today. I think they're really cool. And before we had technical difficulties, we had our cute little names up there. And Melody was Mellow Witch Lane. So you guys say hello to Mellow Witch Lane. Look at her. You would know her witch hat would be purple, right?
Okay,
No doubt.
can I say where I got this witch hat?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't make it. It was at the Dollar Tree for $1.
Oh, it's cute.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to get this.
My favorite thing when I'm at the Dollar Tree, if I look at something and go, I can't even buy the materials for that for $1, I definitely buy it.
Yeah.
Then Vinny, where's your costume? You lost it in all the chaos.
Oh, yeah, it was so wild and crazy around here. I took it off.
All right, put it back on.
Put it back on?
Yes, it is great.
Can we say what he is and let people guess what he is for a second?
All right, you guys can guess, but you have to do it. All right, guess in the comments what Vince is. And then I was Maymay Films. That was my name, Maymay, because I'm a kitty cat. I did make these this morning, by the way, just with some hot glue and some things. And our guest today is Angela Anderson, which we did all of this before with no one watching. So Angela Anderson is our guest, and look what she is today. A beautiful deer. How pretty. I was a deer last year too, Angela, and I heard you tell Melody earlier that you discovered that female deer didn't have antlers. And people kept telling me that. However, some of my subscribers messaged me to tell me that I want to say in Canada or Alaska, there is a female deer that has antlers. So they said I was fine.
Okay, good. Yeah, I thought about that last night. So, oops, too late.
We were covered. So here's where we were. Okay, so Vince had announced this and mentioned that Melody has a Facebook group that is called Craft Hoarders. But she has a new Facebook group now, and it is Cricut Design Space with Melody Lane. And she's got a goal she's trying to reach, and she wants to tell you about it, and then some other stuff Melody's going to tell you real quick. So now back to Mellow Witch Lane.
Hi, everyone. Happy Halloween. I started a Facebook group, Cricut Design Space with Melody Lane, on October 3rd. So we're coming up on our 1-month anniversary, and I have been overwhelmed and shocked at how fast the group has grown. We have 8,400 as of like an hour ago, and it's growing so fast. So I put a goal into 10,000 members by November 3rd, our 1-month anniversary. So everyone has been telling me what a wonderful group it is. They're all learning so much, and there's so many people helping other people. It's just been a very positive group, and I want to grow it and share it. And if we can reach that goal, we're going to have some big giveaways. So I just wanted to put that out there. And I know there's a lot of new crafters to Facebook, or people that are on Facebook and don't know how to use it for everything that they can use it for. They don't know all the features that they would find it much easier to use. So Maymay and I are going to do a live video next Monday on my channel at the same time as this, noon Eastern time. It's going to be live, and it's going to be how to use Facebook for crafters. Because I think crafters use it a little differently and do more features than just the regular person just scrolling through Facebook. People have met so many new friends in the crafting industry. I didn't have any crafting friends, and I've met so many wonderful friends on Facebook. And like Maymay, I met her through YouTube, but we get closer through Facebook. and sharing with each other and helping each other and sharing your stuff. So we just want everyone to know how to use Facebook to the best of its ability and to help you more.
If you remember, we did a live version of how to use YouTube. And it was kind of for the same situation. So I think this will be a good helper. And after our last show, Melody, I bet you've had this too. After we talked about how you can have a Facebook profile without having everybody know your information, and you can be in groups without anybody knowing you are, I had so many people say thank you for that because they didn't know they could do that, and they had felt so left out of a lot of Facebook things that we do. Because unfortunately, it's really hard to run like contests and things through our YouTube because it's such a hard thing to enter, and it's just hard. It's so much easier over there because we can just have a post and it's easy to read and we can contact you easier. Just like when we need to make an announcement about we're not going to be able to be on a show today, or like this, we're having technical difficulties. So easy to do that over on Facebook. So if you are a member of any of the groups, it helps. So we're going to bring that to you just like we did before. If you've not seen the YouTube version of that, we'll link it. I'll make a note. Link the how to use YouTube.
So many people learned so much from that video that they had no idea there was anything for them to learn. They thought they knew everything, but there was really a lot in there that they learned. So it's really important to watch that.
So we'll be doing that November the 7th, 12 Eastern time, 11 a.m. Central time. It'll be on Melody's channel. So here's what you need to do, guys. Head over and subscribe to Melody's channel. When you subscribe, well, if you watch our How to YouTube video, you'll know how to get notifications too. So you can subscribe and then set your notifications so you won't miss anything. So that will be a big deal.
And while you're over on my channel, you can go to it used to be right there. It's not there now. YouTube.com/Melody Lane. I'm also doing a 50,000 subscriber giveaway, and that is still going on. So you can enter that and watch that video to show you how to enter.
And she didn't say it, but in that 50,000 subscriber giveaway, she's giving away a $500 gift card to the store of your choice, as long as she can buy the gift card to that store.
Yeah.
I'm in awe. If I win, I want an Amazon card. I can't enter.
And a Cricut Explore Air 2.
So exciting. Hey, I just gave away one on my channel. That was so fun. Like, here's what I love. When I have, I want anybody to win them, but it's so cool whenever someone that's been a subscriber for a really long time, whenever the Rafflecopter pulls their name, it just means so much because you know this person's been following you for years and years and years.
Yeah.
And I love for anybody to win. That's why we do giveaways. But it was really sweet, and she sent me the sweetest little letter, and it was awesome. The folks at Cricut are awesome for doing that. They love to support the community, so we love it. Okay.
I love picking the names for the winners. I get so excited when I see the name.
Clicking the button, like, because I use Rafflecopter.
Yeah, me too.
And there's this little button that we get to push that says choose winner. And when you click it, it takes just a split second, but it seems like forever for the winner's name to pop up. So it's exciting for us too. So I've got some stuff going on. Actually, it was going to be just on my Facebook, but I have a team of people that I work with for my social squad. They are awesome. I love you guys. I know you're watching today. I want to tell you how much I love you. We call them our social squad because they do the social media with me. And we've come up with something for Thanksgiving that I am super excited about, actually for the whole month of November. Here's a little bit of backstory. Here's how this works. We are always asked to do card drives and to find ways to give crafts as charitable gifts, and we love that. Now, a lot of times you'll find places where you can do this with big organizations and share things in big cities with big, maybe hospitals or military organizations and things like that. And we love that, and we encourage you to do that. But I have this thing, like this is just in me, that I think that charity starts at home. This is how I feel about it. And I'm not really talking about charity at this point. I'm really talking about thankfulness and letting people know how thankful you are for anything they do for you. And I feel like sometimes we take our service people around us for granted. And when I say that, I mean things like our postal service that delivers to us every day, or our doctor's office receptionist who is taking our calls and helping us, or the lady at the vet that takes your dog and gives it a bath, or what have you. I feel like we need to really work hard to let those people that are in our everyday lives know how much we appreciate them. And also those people that you may not know, but you cross their path often. often enough for you to feel comfortable to go up and give them a gift. So here's what we're doing for the month of November. It is called Tags Giving. So it's T-A-G-S, like a tag, like a gift tag, okay? Tags Giving. Here's what it means. We're encouraging you to make a tag. Like, these are just some simple ones that I'm going to show you on my YouTube channel this afternoon. So these are just some tags, this one and this one. So we're encouraging you to make a tag that has a thankful theme, and we want you to attach it to a token gift of your choice, of your dollar amount, whatever, and give it to someone close to you. So for example, let's say I made this tag and I put it on a box of chocolates and I wanted to give it to my eyeglass doctor receptionist, whoever I wanted to give that to. And I just give it to her and say, I just want to let you know how thankful I am for what you do every day for me, or maybe for someone in your family. Now, we're going to be doing a giveaway along with this. And to enter the giveaway, all you have to do is share a picture of your freshly made tag. So it can't be an old tag. It has to be one you make this time, okay? So just share a picture of your tag. I don't have to see your gift. This is what's important. I don't want you to feel obligated to spend a lot of money on your gift. You don't have to. It's the thought that counts. If I just attached one piece of candy to this, someone would appreciate it. It would be the thought. So to enter the giveaway, you'll take a photo of your tag that you've created and enter it into all the spots I have for you. You can enter it everywhere. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and even email. I've heard you guys. I know it's hard to enter if you don't have those social medias. So I've created a special email account just for this. You can email a photo of your tag to tagsgiving@gmail.com. Don't worry about writing this down. It's already on the blog post. I'm going to have it on my blog. I'm going to have it on a YouTube video today so you guys can get involved. This is for the whole month of November. And you can enter as many times as you'd like, because every time you enter, you're giving a gift to someone to say thank you. I hope you guys will get on board with this. I think if we start small and we start to spread just random acts of kindness in our own community with people we see every day, I think it can help to spread such a happy message. And that's what we're trying to do. So that is Tags Giving. Any questions about Tags Giving real quick?
Vinny's muted.
You're muted again, bud. I don't know why. There we go. Try it again.
Sorry. Everybody seems to think that's a wonderful idea. A lot of people talk about they can't wait to do that.
There's going to be 3 prizes, by the way. The first prize is a $50 gift card to MaymayMadeIt.com. Second prize is a mini Misty, because so many of you guys want a Misty and you're saving up for it. So I love that as a prize. And the third prize is a Crafty D-Stash prize from my craft room, because I have a lot of crafty things that need to find a home where someone can use them. And so I'm going to make a big old box, and the third place winner is going to win that. So thank you guys for letting me take plenty of time to explain that. I love this project. I cannot wait to see what you guys do. And my Monday video, which is normally up at noon, is going to be later this afternoon, because that video is all about Tags Giving. So I wanted to take a little more time to explain that and get everything ready. So there's that. Now, I also asked Melody if she would let me do this too, because I think this is another awesome thing. So I'm not ignoring Melody. She's just giving me the floor for a few minutes. There is another charitable operation you can get involved with. Maymay Made It has gotten involved with it. We're doing a prize with this, and I want to tell you about it. You guys might have seen Jennifer McGuire recently did a video about the Caring Hearts card drive. Well, we're going to be involved in that as well. We have donated a $100 gift card as a prize in this. Now, what the Caring Hearts gift drive is, I want to tell you about this real quick. They started 7 years ago. This is their 7th year. And I heard Jennifer say when they first started, the first year they collected 750 cards for nursing homes across the country. I think this is awesome for people in nursing homes to get a card at the holiday season. So the first year was 750. Last year, they got over 22,000 cards. Can you believe that jump? That's amazing.
That is amazing.
These cards go to over 100 nursing homes throughout the U.S., Canada, and Australia at this point. But it looks like this is really growing. So I'm excited to see where this may go. Now, I have linked this information in the blog post on This Crafty Life Live. This program started October 1st, but it goes through November 25th, so you still have time to get some cards made. all the information you need is on the website. I'm going to link it. And then on my channel on Wednesday, I'll have a video talking about cards and explaining this in a little more detail. So go check out those links in the blog post after the show. Woo, that was a lot. I did it.
Yes.
Now we have a special guest. Hear that countryness come out of me? And I'm so excited to introduce you guys to Angela Anderson. Let's say hello to Angela.
Hi, guys.
So Angela is one of our YouTube friends because Angela has a YouTube channel where she does acrylic painting and teaches you how to do it. And I'm excited for you to see what she's got going on today. But how we start with all of our guests is we say, Angela, tell us about yourself.
Well, I have been painting for about 28 years now. I live in Arkansas in the United States, but we've lived all over the U.S., so I kind of one of my favorite things about being on YouTube is meeting people from all over the world. It's been so much fun for me. And I just like to share my painting experience with people. I love to teach. And so I try to make teaching acrylic painting easy because I know it can be kind of challenging for people, especially if you're picking up a brush for the first time. So I try to give you kind of tips and techniques and things that I've learned over the years in my experience and how to make learning to paint fun and easy. So that's what I'm all about.
Something I noticed on your YouTube channel, which I think is really cool, you do a variety of things, but they all seem very doable. I don't feel like your paintings don't scare me off.
Right. I really make a conscious effort, and I taught for years, children for years. So I feel like if you can teach something to a child, you can teach it to anybody, you know. And so I think that's kind of where I approach it. Is I try to break it down the way I would for my kids' classes, so that it is very easy.
Now, what medium do you work with the most?
I use acrylics mainly. I do a few watercolors, but mostly just watercolor pencil with, like, if I do a Zentangle type of thing. But acrylics are my main thing. Yeah.
Tell us how you got into doing this on YouTube.
Well, I was doing it in my kids' classes, and I have a fine art business that I also do, but YouTube has really taken it over. It has kind of taken over my whole artistic journey here. And I was teaching children's classes locally, and as well as doing my fine art business. And I thought, you know, I didn't see anything like what I was teaching on YouTube. And so I threw up a couple of videos from what we were doing in my kids' classes, and they got popular really instantly. And I could not believe how quickly, you know, my channel grew, and I just feel like it was filling a need. So I've kind of slowly over the last couple of years transitioned into doing YouTube full time. I had to change my studio and set up new, you know, camera equipment and everything. Everything is different from how I had it when I was doing my fine art business. So, but it's been wonderful. I've enjoyed it so much.
It's amazing what you learn as a YouTuber about technical things that you didn't.
Yes. I know. And my husband has started helping me now on my live shows because sound was a huge issue for us. So he is doing my sound now, and he loves it because he's got his little board out and he's got all the little dials and everything. He helps me out with that.
Tell us about your live shows.
We do those on Saturdays at 2 p.m. Central. And we've also added a Tuesday night show at 6 p.m. Central on Tuesday nights. And we're going to do that through the end of the year. And then I think we're probably going to continue it as long as Mark's okay with it, because Mark, my husband, works full time. So he's coming to the live shows straight from work. Like, he gets home at 5:30 and we're on at 6 o'clock. So we have a hashtag Feed Mark thing going on in our group because poor Mark goes hungry for about an hour on Tuesday nights while I'm doing my shows. So, but we have a lot of fun, and he's hilarious. I really love having him. It's almost like a date night because we get to do it together. So yeah, it's fine.
That's fun.
And I try to keep.
It's like bring your husband in the craft room night.
That's right. That's right.
I'll bring your husband to work day, Maymay.
Exactly.
I knew he was going to do that because Angela, you probably don't know this, but I have transitioned where my husband works full time with me now doing YouTube also, like you. And so now that's why he's joking, bring your husband to work day. It's funny how our husbands get hashtags. Okay, yours has hashtag feed Mark. Mine has hashtag $20. Don't ask, right?
It's awesome.
Okay, so Melody, have you got questions before I just keep talking?
I don't have any questions. I want to see her paint some stuff.
Let's do it. She's going to do a demo for us today. I'm super excited, Angela, about this.
We're going to be painting a crow up here at the top of my pumpkin painting. I did this a few weeks ago. So, and when we were doing it live, they asked me to paint a bird on it, and I told them that we were going to be doing this show and that I would do it on the show, because I was kind of trying to come up with something that would be about 15 minutes. So I think that this will be perfect. We'll add a bird to it.
The tutorial for those pumpkins on her channel so you guys can go see it, and then you can paint the birds she's going to do today.
Exactly.
Yay, we're excited.
Do you want me to set up for it right now?
We're going to do a little switch over. You know how it is. We have to change the cameras a little bit, so we're going to let her switch the cameras over. And you guys, while she's doing that, I really do want you to go check out her channel. If you've ever thought about doing any kind of acrylic painting or anything like that, you definitely should go check it out, because one thing like I was noticing when I was looking at her channel, she does very doable paintings. They don't look like something I couldn't accomplish. And there's one painting in particular that says live, laugh, love, and it would be perfect Christmas gift. So go check that out. It's really cute.
That was one we did just this last Saturday. So it was really fun. I enjoyed it.
What a present that could be. So I hope people go check it out.
Yes, yes. Very doable. And you could use paint markers for the words if you don't like to use a paintbrush. So, okay, I like to, you said to give a little tip. So what I like to do is keep my paints in a little plastic bag, and I use foam plates, and that way they don't dry out. So while I'm working, if I have to go, pick up the kids from school or something, I can put this in a baggie, and it'll stay fresh for about a week. So
brilliant.
Yeah, love it. And I'm using my Robert Simmons sapphire brushes today, and I'm going to go ahead and just start filling in my crow here. I already drew him out ahead of time. And I'm just using regular acrylic paints. These are heavy body acrylics, but you could use craft paints too. They would work just fine. You might need 2 coats with the craft paints because they sometimes don't cover in 1 coat.
What did you use to draw it on with?
I use chalk. I like to use chalk because, you can, if you make a mistake or something, you can just erase it really easily. So, and I'm just going to fill in his whole body with black first to start out. Yeah, chalk is really great. I can't remember when I started doing that, but I started it when I did murals, because you'd have to paint on these big, paint on these big old walls, and using pencil just did not work. So I just got out the chalk, and it works great. I might have to turn this around. I'm kind of reaching to reach this since it's so long. Let me turn it a little bit. Can you still see it? There we go. I'm just gonna, oops, here's my little bird here. He's watching over, making sure that I do it right.
Something important, because I know I've tried painting things and I can't do it without looking at a picture. I've tried to paint with not looking at anything, and I'm like, I can't, it's impossible for me to do. So one tip I think is look at a picture and try, or like you have that crow there, look at it.
Yes.
Painting.
I actually have a crow on my screen here. You can't see it, but it's on my screen. And then I have the little reference that I painted earlier this week too. I always like to paint my examples ahead of time, unless I've already painted it and I'm pretty confident that I can do it live. I always do an example ahead of time, just so that I can work out the steps on how to teach it.
Yeah.
So
that's something I noticed on your YouTube channel. Whenever you start your video, you have the finished product in like a journal, correct?
Yeah, I use a mixed media journal, and can't find it. Oh, there it is. I do all of my art projects in this, And it just really makes it easy. Whoops, getting paint on it. Okay, set down the brush. I do all of the, you know, it's kind of a diary of what I've done this year. There's the example for the pumpkins. This is going to be the one we do on Saturday. We're doing this one for the Harry Potter thing. Let me get his little feet in here.
I love that journal idea because it's like you said, it's like a diary of what you've done on YouTube.
Yeah, I love it. And I just started doing that because I was doing my examples on Canvas and I was just running through Canvas like crazy. And yeah, that keeps it all in one place and just makes it easier for me.
And it's almost
you
like
know,
a
cheaper.
scrapbook. You know, a scrapbook.
Right, it is like a scrapbook, yes. Yep. I've switched over to a spotter. I find like that these little shorter bristled liner brushes are better for beginners. They're easier to handle. So I suggest they get those, and then if, you know, once they get like some experience, they can go ahead and get the longer liner brushes because you can, you know, do more with them. But these are great for just starting out. Okay, so he's all filled in. And ideally, I would wait for him to dry here, but I don't have a hairdryer
I have
going
to
today. I'll see if
your journal idea could open the world of painting up to people because I don't know why we're so intimidated by canvas, but I'm not intimidated by a piece of paper.
Well, yeah, it's more, I guess, disposable in our minds, so we don't feel bad about making a mistake. You know, it's a little bit more freeing. And I think that that's fear of just making a mistake is what keeps a lot of people from painting in the first place. Okay, I'm adding just a tiny bit of phthalo blue to it, and that's just because I've got blue, that color in my background, so I just want to use a little bit of it to unify the painting. I'm just going to add a few brush strokes here. My paint is wet, so I'm kind of having to be careful because acrylic paint does not like to be messed with while it's drying, so I'm going to be very gently. I think that's good.
So you would suggest letting this dry before doing this, like let the black dry?
Yes, let the black dry before you do this next step, but I'm cheating here. Add a little bit of this color and then just a little bit on the head. Just a few little tiny brush strokes. I've switched to a little bit larger brush. This is a number 4 round. These Robert Simmons Sapphire are my all-time favorite brush. Really, Robert Simmons anything. They make just a really great brush, and they're economical. They're not super expensive, and they carry these at Hobby Lobby, so which is the only local store we have.
Are the numbers on the brushes the same for like all brands, or do they all have their?
No, yeah, they do, and I don't know what that is about. I really it makes absolutely no sense because the number 4 in that is totally different in another brand of brushes. So you kind of have to. I try to put like 1/4 inch round or like, you know, 1/8 inch round or something like that so that at least they have a reference point. All right, I'm going to try to do the eye here. Let's see, I'm just going to put a little circle with my liner. This is probably the hardest part. So you just kind of want to, and I'm reaching here so it's not quite even. There we go. I'm going to flatten out my brush and get most of the paint off of it and just do a little highlight with this really bright white on the top of his beak. Maybe a little bit where his split is there. Grab a little bit more of the black and touch up on the inside. Put a little bit of the gray on the bottom. And then just a little teeny tiny dot of white. Let's see, we'll put the white right here. There we go. Hold it up so you can see him. Isn't he cute?
Very cute. Man, that eye is so
Very simple. And I could always add more layers, you know, to him later once this all dries, but I think he's good enough for now. I think I'm happy with it.
He is beautiful.
Do you want me to keep adding more layers? Do we have more time?
You have got plenty. You got all the time you want. We'll keep talking as you paint. I love to watch people paint. It's like
okay, I'll add a little bit more detail to the wings then.
So do we have any questions out there about painting? I was trying to see if we didn't know if there were any about the painting.
Yeah, most everything is just people talking about how pretty it is, how cool the idea is. We had a troll, it appears, somebody talking trash in the chat, but Melody took care of that. So he's out of here, or she, whoever. But everybody really likes it. I'm getting lots of wows and great painting and cool and awesome, and everybody loves it.
We didn't talk about your costume though, Vinny. We talked about it in the beginning and people guessed, but we didn't say live what it was.
Yeah, a lot of people suggested or thought deer hunting. I am truly a deer hunter, but the costume was a leaf blower.
You have to demonstrate it.
Again?
Demonstrate it one more time. Yes, some people might have joined late.
Okay, so.
Because I think it's a great costume.
Very simple technique. Put your hat on, and you just go. It's real easy.
And please notice the big
You gotta turn your head sideways so it gets in front of your mouth. It works better.
Notice the big safety pin holding it on. That's my favorite part.
Well, I don't think my hat's close enough that people can see the safety.
Yeah, they can.
High tech.
Let's see the bird. Back to the bird, because she's
We did get a question from hashtag $20. She asked, what are the best paint and brushes for beginners?
I have my students use Liquitex Basics. They come in a little sets that, like, you can, if you get like the 36 or 48 count set, the tubes are very small, and you can pretty much have every color that I ever use in any of my videos. And they're not as thick as the heavy body acrylics, and they're not as expensive, you know, because it's a big investment. So when you're learning to paint, you know, I'm all about kind of saving money when you can. So you don't need to go out and buy the really expensive paints right off the bat. I would just start with the Liquitex Basics. And then I like the Robert Simmons brushes. There is a line of brushes by Zen, these ones, the Royal and Langnickel Zen line, that are very economical and also work really well. But if you are going to invest in anything, I'm all about investing in brushes, because a better brush will get you better results. Take care of them, wash them out every time, don't leave them in your water, but invest in good brushes. You can get away with having like this brush and my number 4 round, and then like a large flat brush. Can do just about any painting that you want to do. You can start out with those 3 and then go from there and add brushes as you need them. But yeah, that's my 2 cents.
That's interesting, because those are the same brushes I use in my crafting. The only other brush I use that is a sponge brush. That's the only, and not for painting, obviously, just for crafting. Those are the ones I like to keep.
Now, Angela, you do these videos live on YouTube, right?
I do, yes. And I'm not on camera. I'm just showing my hands on my. We're hoping to add like a switcher and a new camera, so that we can have me like introduce the show and then go to the hands only. But for now, we're just hands only. I'm going to switch back over since I'm finished here, so you can see my face.
We did have one person accuse me of stealing Joe's costume. Technically, it was my costume before it was Joe's, and I passed it down to him. Now I took it back for today.
Sorry, we're just hijacking the show about the costume, but it's funny.
Yeah, well.
I want to go back to Angela for a second, because there's something really cool you guys have to know. Tell us about the governor's calendar.
That was really cool. Let me see. Well, it's up there. Hold on. Don't show me, because I don't want my.
Let me click off of you. Hold on. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
All right, she's back.
It was a calendar. Let me see if I can find my picture in here. But all of the Arkansas artists, there he is. There's my nest in there. And it was like a day planner. You had to submit your artwork to it. And then there was 86 artists that got accepted. We got to go down to the governor's mansion for the big reveal. And we each got a calendar. We got to sign each other's calendars and everything.
awesome.
That's awesome. I think that's really cool. I love that it was a day.
It was really fun.
That's really neat. Hey, can you show us in your journal maybe your favorite one that's in there? What about that?
My favorite what?
Yeah, do you have a favorite painting in that journal? One that you just go back to and you just love it?
I do. Let me see. It's in this other one here. Well, actually, this one that we did a couple of weeks ago. Where is it? Well,
Somebody says they use fingernail painting brushes.
Ooh.
I don't know what that is.
Like nail art painting brushes?
I don't know. I'm thinking they paint with their fingers. I don't know.
I get it.
I don't know.
okay, there we go.
Oh, that's so cool.
Little fox. I did a animal series. Well, I did a bear and a fox. They were hipster fox and bear with the glasses. They were so fun. We had so much fun in the chat while we were doing it.
And that's on my YouTube channel.
Yes. Right. Yeah. And then we did Monet's, a Monet painting last week too, which I really loved that. That was really fun. So I was happy with how
I saw your thumbnail and it was the picture of the hipster fox and I wanted to paint. I could open that video and you're going to walk me through step by step my supplies that I need, everything.
Yeah, we do it straight from blank canvas, and I show you how to draw it, how to fill it in, paint it, everything. Yep.
And I also want to say that some people don't know this if they haven't watched our YouTube video, the How to YouTube. But when you go to somebody's channel page, there's little words you can click on. And if you click on videos, you can get all their videos and keep scrolling down and choose a video you want to watch. Some people, if you just go to their front channel, it's hard to find all their videos. You can't see them all from the front page. You have to click on videos, and there's a lot more videos.
Yes, and I have playlists for beginners and for more advanced and all kinds of different playlists for different themes. So if you like trees, you can go to the trees one, fall paintings, you know, I have all kinds of different playlists too that you can click on.
I love playlists.
I know, me too.
I do too. They make life easy. Hey, I had a question for you because this would be a question I'd want to ask you. The notebook you use for your practice journal pages, can you show us the cover of that or what brand it is so we can get those too?
This is the Strathmore. Let me see if I have. I don't know. I moved everything around so my studio would look nice and clean for you, and now I can't find anything. Okay, so I use the Canson XL mixed media. Those work really well, but I kind of am finding that I like these ones better. These are the Strathmore Visual Journal. Oh, here it is, because I just had to get a new one. This is what it looks like in the store, and then I tore off the front page. But it's the mixed media one of the Strathmore, and I just like that the covers have harder, and sometimes I'll cover it with like this one I covered with paper, you know, just to kind of make it fun. So this is my small one.
And you got those at Hobby Lobby?
Yes.
I saw the Hobby Lobby
you can get them on Amazon too.
Coupons.
Yes.
I'm just telling you, I could make a hobby out of painting in a journal. I don't know why that takes the intimidation away from me, is to think it's just my journal, it's just for me. You know, I don't have to show it to everybody else. But if I do well, then transfer it over to Canvas. I kind of do that with card making and stuff too. Like I may try a card and it not work, but that's okay. Nobody ever sees it, you know?
Right.
Hey, also, there was something else I wanted to tell us about. Tell us about all your social medias, because I know you have more than just YouTube.
Yes, Pinterest and Instagram are Angela Fine Art. I'm also Angela Fine Art on YouTube. On Facebook, I have a group called Thankful Art, which kind of goes along with your theme this month. But and we're all about sharing kind of our artistic journeys. I'm all about, like, when you're first learning, everything is positive reinforcement. No negative comments, everything, even if it's a critical comment, or somebody's wanting a critique on their artwork, we always make sure it's done in a kind way. And so that's been a really fun group for me. It's about 3,000 members now, and like from all over the world. It's great. I do Monday art chats in there also on at 2 p.m. on Mondays. So I'll be doing that here in a little bit in my Thankful Art group. So, and then I have my website, AngelaAndersonFineArt.com. You can get prints there. And what else? Oh, Instagram is Thankful Art as well. So.
Any questions, Vinny? I see you reading the chat.
Well, I mean, everybody's just pretty much talking. We did have one question about painting the pumpkins on a scale of 1 to 10. How difficult was that?
I had some kids doing that. So I would say it's probably a 5. It's, it's good. It's really not that hard. And I show you step by step how to do it. So, I would say, yeah, 5.
And then we had another question. Is it harder to paint in a journal than it is on canvas?
The journals are thirstier, so they really soak up the paint. You could put gesso down maybe, and it'd probably act a little bit more like a canvas. But I don't usually gesso mine. If you put a layer of paint down on the paper, then it'll start acting more like a canvas. Now, the canvases are textured, so you won't get the same effect exactly as you would on a canvas if you're doing it on paper. But I actually like it. It's a smoother feel, and I started painting on wood, so it kind of reminds me of that. It's a little bit smoother application of paint.
And we have a giveaway today. Angela, would you like
yes.
to show us what the giveaway is?
I've got my fine art gift cards here, a set of butterflies. There's 4, and you can mail them or you can keep them and frame them.
And those are
They're 5x7. What?
Those are hand painted by you.
Yes.
Well, they're not. They're prints of my hand painted paintings. Yes. Yeah.
Beautiful.
They are
Thank
beautiful.
you.
And to win these, you have to say our secret word. So today, our secret word is trick or treat. And you have to do not put that in comments. They will be deleted.
Don't put it in the chat either.
Yeah. You have to watch the video in order to enter. So you can go over to our blog at thiscraftyLifelive.com, and there is a Rafflecopter app, and it does take a minute for it to load. Some people go there and they can't find it. It's all the way at the bottom, and just let it load. I put in big letters, capital letters, enter here. So if you don't see anything underneath the enter here, wait a few seconds, let it load or refresh. That's where it is. And all you have to do is put in your secret word, and then you're entered. And we only give you 25 hours. We say 24, but it's really 25 hours. I always end it tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And join our group, This Crafty Life Live, on Facebook.
Yes. Join all our Facebooks. Look at all our social medias. Follow us all around. Stalk us all.
Yes. And Angela's group. So those who watch us every week are members of our groups, but not Angela's.
And Angela,
Yeah, that's Thankful Art.
we really appreciate you being here today. I know our show was a little cut short because of our technical difficulties, but you did great. And I'm sure this show felt a little rushed today, and that's because we lost about, probably 10 good minutes of our show this morning. So we apologize for being rushed, but we want to thank Angela for being here. She did a great job. And
Can I give you one more question, Nate?
I got a question.
This question came from Lynn Wilcox. It says, if you have never painted, except as a kindergartner, would canvas panels be something to start out with, or what would you suggest for a brand newbie?
Yeah, I use canvas panels with my kids' classes because they're sturdy, they're easy, they don't flex as much as the canvases do, so they work really great. Or the paper, the mixed media pad, because those is like the canvas panels are about $1 a piece. What I would suggest is get a set of canvas panels and your notebook, and do your practice piece in your notebook, and then do it on your canvas panel. At least do it once on paper before you try to do it on the canvas. It's just a little bit easier.
And can I say, if you're painting and you end up not liking it, you can paint over it.
That's right.
It's not like
and honestly,
lost anything.
No. And yeah, gesso works magic. And honestly, I feel like I like my beginners to post their paintings when they're having trouble before they gesso over it, because most of the time they're like 90% of the way there when they give up. And there's just a couple more little things that they need to do to finish it off to make it just what they want it. So the paintings always go through an ugly stage, I say, you know. So when I'm painting live, I'll say, okay, we're in the ugly stage. You're going to start panicking when you get to this stage because it looks terrible. Keep on going, and, you know, we'll get you to the end.
Now, do you normally put a sealer on top of the painting once you're finished?
Yeah, I do a varnish, either a spray acrylic or a brush-on varnish. For sure, yes. Acrylics are sticky when they dry, so you definitely want to protect them from dust.
Okay. I think that was the last question I saw.
Great.
We did well.
Thanks, guys, so much for.
Will somebody else share the secret word again, please?
Trick or treat.
It's really kind of a phrase today. We're doing trick or treat as our secret phrase. How about that?
The secret phrase.
So to get to the location of entering that word, here's what you do. In the description of this video, and you'll have to give me a minute, because since we had to restart the live, I don't have anything in this description box yet. I had it in the other one, but I'm going to have to redo it. So give me a minute once we finish this broadcast. But you can go right now to thiscraftylifelive.com, and you can get right to the information without waiting on me. And there's a raffle copter giveaway. You're going to scroll down in the blog post till you see the raffle copter giveaway form. You'll click enter there, and it'll give you the place to put the secret phrase, which you all heard was trick or treat for today. We hope you guys are going to have a great trick or treat day. And I always like to give you something to post onto our Facebook group, This Crafty Life Live. I want to see your costumes. I want to see what your kids are wearing. I want to see what you guys are wearing. Post your photos today over on This Crafty Life Live on Facebook, and let us see what you guys are looking like. I know you're working hard on costumes. I've got to work on some costumes for tonight. I'll share photos of those too. So we want to see them.
Yes.
Bill's just so agreeable today.
Just agreeing with
I'm
them.
glad, because she's feeling witchy, obviously. So I'm glad she's being agreeable. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Be sure to check out all the links that we leave below. Thanks again to Angela. Go check out her channel and subscribe, and tell her that you found her because of This Crafty Life Live. Let her know so she can know that you're new to her channel. And we love seeing that. We just love knowing where everybody comes from.
And everybody like the videos that you like. Click like on YouTube when you like our videos. It really helps share the videos and helps us know what you like and don't like. But don't click dislike.
And people ask us about that. If you did watch our How to YouTube, you'll know what that means. But if you like a video, what it does is it encourages people that like what you like to also watch that video.
Yeah.
It's just the way the YouTube algorithm thing works. So anytime you like it, thumbs up is liking a video. So thumbs up the video. If you don't like it, just don't watch it. Don't click thumbs down. Anyway, we love you guys. We hope you have a great day. Happy trick-or-treating. Be safe. Everybody be safe. You know how to do that. And we'll see you guys again. The next show for us is November 14th time frame. So we'll see you guys again real soon. Don't forget about the How to Facebook show on November 7th that Melody and I are doing on her channel. Be sure to go subscribe to Melody Lane on YouTube so you can get a notification for that. All right, guys. That's it. Have a fantastic day.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Angela. Thank you, May.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.